We're at 9:30 on a Wednesday, and that means, as it has for over a decade now, it's time for Ask the Lawyer with Bruce L. Scheiner, answering curious questions about the law that perhaps you sent in one yourself. We'll get to that today, perhaps. We'll find out in just a moment. Also tell you how to submit a question for future consideration. But first things first, would you please help me welcome Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Good morning, Bruce.
Hey, good morning, Todd. How are you doing this beautiful morning?
Couldn't ask for more. Beautiful sunshine, nice warm afternoon planned. How about you?
I love it. It's really, really nice.
Yeah, like I was saying a moment ago, this has got your name written all over it. This day is a Bruce L. Scheiner kind of a day. I can always tell.
It certainly is. I love it.
Well,
and that's the reason we have so many nice people come to visit us in Southwest Florida.
You betcha. And in addition to this day being something that we know you're going to be really into, we also know that you've spent a lifetime dealing with justice and wisdom about the law that nobody else can beat. That's why we ask you in on Wednesdays to weigh in on some of the questions, these more complicated questions that we get. And this one is a real complicated one. Are you ready to dive into it?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see what the email has to say. My son and his family were driving to spend a few days at the attractions in Orlando when he was involved in an accident with multiple cars and tractor trailers on I-4. His car flipped over and landed in the median. My son and his 5-year-old son were both taken by ambulance to the hospital with serious injuries. The reports on the news indicated that several witnesses thought the tractor trailer was speeding and switching lanes, causing a multi-car accident. We don't know who struck my son's car. He has full insurance, and his wife thinks they should leave things to the insurance company. This situation will be complicated, and the insurance company may try to minimize my son's claim. Could you ask the lawyer to explain why my son shouldn't wait to contact a lawyer? The only thing I understood in that, because it's very complicated, obviously, is when he says the situation will be complicated. Absolutely. But complications, well, that's why we turn to Bruce. What do you think?
Well, first of all, with the wife saying, let the insurance company handle it, it's like saying, let the government take care of it.
Okay.
That never works out well.
Right.
The insurance company does not have the best interests of the injured party. The insurance company is looking to minimize the claim and paying them as little as possible.
Yeah, I can imagine.
This is a prime example of why you should retain a experienced personal injury lawyer as soon as possible.
Okay.
They need to send the investigator out. They need to try to get witness statements from whoever may be available. They need to, what we call, and we've talked about, spoilate the vehicles, which means don't do anything to the vehicles until you can have them inspected. You may want to download the black box to check on the speeds of the vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
So there's just a lot to do, and that needs to be done by an experienced personal injury lawyer with a staff of investigators.
Yeah.
Before you know where or how to proceed.
Yeah, I'm thinking about this being a multi-car and obviously truck, tractor-trailer accident. And there's every chance that each of the vehicles involved has gone a separate direction now to a tow yard here, a tow yard there. You need somebody who can really track down those vehicles and get started.
You need to track down the vehicles, and as I said, you need to photograph the vehicles, inspect the vehicles, download any black boxes.
Yeah.
Check for any cameras that may have recorded the accident.
Right.
There's just a lot of work to do to unravel how the accident happened and how to proceed.
I like your analogy, too. It's kind of like, you say, like the government. And that whole joke about, you know you're in trouble when they say, I'm here from the government and I'm here to help. Same thing with the insurance companies in a way. I'm here from the insurance company and I'm here to help. No. Get some help on your side with a legal professional is what we say.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's even worse with the insurance companies. They're motivated to, minimize your claim because they make more money when they pay you less.
Sure. So hopefully that's what they'll do right away is reach out to a professional, get somebody started on what could be a very lengthy and complicated process and something you don't want to do. It's not a do-it-yourself kind of a project here. Bruce, as always, we thank you for, as I mentioned a second ago, your years and years, decades upon decades of wisdom that's brought you to the point of being able to help out on these segments. Thank you.
Well, it's my pleasure, Todd. I always look forward to your interesting questions.
And we look forward to talking to you again next week.
Thank you, Todd. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, Bruce L. Scheiner, attorney for the injured. Now, if you would like to submit a question for future consideration, you can do so by going to our website and putting the keyword Bruce in the search box. If you have a situation like we just heard, I want you to call the Port Charlotte office of Associates and Bruce L. Scheiner right away. Let's get somebody started on your case right away. 941-743-7777. 941-743-7777. And tell them that Todd Matthews sent you from Kicks Country 92.9.